Russia is keeping Brittney Griner locked up until May. That's a new development according to a source close to the situation. The US basketball star has been able to see her legal team on occasion. Let's put up her full picture from Russia, all right? This was from a Russian state-run news channel. This was her post-arrest photo. Russia claims she was trafficking major narcotics. Let me tell you why that seems problematic. Griner's wife has called for her release. The State Department warned Americans back earlier this year against going to Russia, specifically because they were arresting US citizens on spurious charges. The State Department issued that in writing, okay? But Miss Griner was already in Russia. She was playing basketball for a Russian team. She's been playing with the team since 2015. This was during the WNBA offseason. News of Griner's condition comes after a Moscow court announced it extended the arrest of Griner until May 19th, according to Russian state news, TASS. The source added that Russian investigation is ongoing and a trial date has not been set. According to Russian authorities, the two-time Olympic gold medalist was arrested on allegations of drug smuggling, significant amounts of narcotic substance at a Moscow airport. Experts note Russia has a history of making up these types of false charges. Peter Max, a law professor at the University of Illinois and an expert on Russia's civil code, said, and I quote, "There have been a lot of allegations of planting of substances on people, particularly on the part of human rights activists." Earlier this month, the representative told ESPN that Griner had not been granted consular access, that a circumstance he called really unusual. The US State Department official told CNN on Thursday that Russia must provide this access to Griner and all US citizens detained in Russia, including those in pretrial detention. Now, the story gets more ironic by the minute, okay? There is no history here of drug smuggling. This individual, Ms. Griner, was playing basketball in Russia, and the Russian government has not allowed the regular protocol of interaction between the governments and give proper access to Ms. Griner. There is something they are hiding here. Mr. Wiggins, thoughts?
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman.
Yeah.
The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. Contrary to the insurrectionists we reported on earlier who liken themselves to Jesus and MLK. You know, being wrongfully imprisoned or imprisoned on fallacious charges is scary enough anywhere, let alone here in the United States. I can only imagine how she feels at this specific point, knowing that she's going to be there to at least May.
Yeah.
This is scary. This is frightening, and she could or should have more help if she weren't a black woman. As damaging as this is, I don't. With everything going on with Ukraine, I don't know how much America can help with something like this. So her imprisonment could be indefinite for all we know, beyond May.
Yeah, and that's why we have to highlight these stories. Some people will say, well, this isn't really our business, or we got too many other things to worry about, or Doc, is this the right time to bring that up? We have international conflict. Let me remind everyone of this important point. This is our sister. This is our neighbor. This is our friend. If you don't say something when they're knocking on your neighbor's door, who's going to say something when they're knocking on yours?